Hey, good morning, Ramon. Good morning, team. Here we are back at it again after our wonderful day off yesterday. I know you guys might not have enjoyed yours, but I definitely enjoyed mine. But there was lots of stuff here going on with Major League Baseball yesterday. My fantasy guy, Framber, he got us there a perfect, not quite the perfect game, but we got the no hitter. That's what I was trying to think of. The no hitter. We also had this Cubs team that scored 20 runs. That was pretty amazing there as well. So lots of good stuff happening yesterday. We had some WNBA, and now we're back at it again with one WNBA. And of course, we have the full slate of Major League Baseball. So we are ready to bring some more complimentary free picks your way. It's kind of rainy here today. I hope it's sunny where you're at, but we are help clearing the drought. How are you, Ramon?
Well, we've got heat and fire and
Oh,
rain, but it's fine. And
we need to shift this rain back against the jet stream.
Framber with the no hitter was the big story, I think, yesterday, certainly. And
Right. That
just
was
on
pretty
the
sweet.
same day that the Astros, maybe the trade deadline was supposed to be the big story. I think it probably still was in the big perspective. Framber steals the headlines with a no
I kind of feel
hitter.
like that Verlander has played for the Astros about 10 times. Is kind of the way it seems right now.
He's back, right? And I don't know, bad news. Hey, Astros have been kind of kicking it into gear all of a sudden, and are definitely going to be reckoned with in that whole American League scene. Obviously, you look at the futures odds; they've already kind of moved to the
Right.
to the top to a certain extent. I'll give you another one. Yeah, you talked about the Cubs as well, Mindy, with that 7 home run outburst.
Insane.
It's kind of team record, 7 home runs in one game. I'll give you another one. I know you know, and one to bring up, but how about the rarest of rare wins also with your Royals on a balk off of all things.
Off. Only the Royals and Mets would there be a balk off.
Yeah,
I kind of feel like it could be a balk.
and the Mets, they're like, hey, we're not trading our guys. We're still trying, and well, it doesn't look like it. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the morning steam with the Midwest premier sports handicapper Mindy Hahn. I'm Ramon Scott, coming to you for another of our weeks. We're on Wednesday, but our Monday here, we're going to preview these games. We got day games. We got to get started because
Right. They're
got a
coming up
few
soon.
day games here, right, to get rolling on today. So a little mixed card here for Wednesday with some daytime action. Say hello to Perky. He was really missing us in the chat
I mean, I don't blame him, really.
yesterday. Yeah, he wanted just to be there. He's like, what can I do? But just take a day. Just take even it's like try to find an activity or something. Hello to our chat. Mike is here. Panger is here. And Takia's here today. Great. Dre is here. And Ziggy. And Blake. The gang's back together. We're kind of like the Astros.
Oh, and I did change my little YouTube avatar.
Oh, you did?
Isn't that exciting? Look at that. It
Oh,
was,
no, I didn't.
the updated picture there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Exciting stuff that occurred for me yesterday.
Jimmy's here today as well. Training camps, we saw some injuries. I don't know. I mean, we've already saw Burrow a few days ago. Uh, these guys, they'll be fine. I would think. Just heal up, get ready. But the one bummer one was Tim Patrick of Denver. This guy can't
Yeah.
stay healthy.
Not at all. He's really good too, man.
Yeah, it's too bad. A really big fan of his. Mo Harris today here. Hello, Mo, joining us from the network, and Bionic here, and Butterscotch, and Sue. Let's go over to Tony'sPicks.com real quick, and then we'll get this show started. Let a few more get in here. Clyde Buckley. Hello to Clyde.
I feel like Clyde has a cool new updated picture too. Awesome.
And Thomas Lewis, the man who sent Tupperware spiraling
through the roof.
Over at Tony'sPicks.com yesterday. Nick was on top of the handicapper leaderboards, 3-0. Ralph Raymond, 3-0. Tim Irwin, 3-0. Hollywood Sam, 4-1. The VIP account, 4-1. Look at these records. Collins Brown, 4-1. I'm up there, 5-3. Yesterday, Mindy, I had a few. We'll say one premium winner we both had, and makes us look okay. Was the Guardians and the Astros, the no-hitter. We both had the premium on the under, so I think that kind of. And thanks to everyone that we didn't quite get it done with our premiums with our morning steam. Maybe goes to show you we need our crew, but
right.
But thank you to those that did subscribe and buy those picks yesterday. We did bring home a few winners certainly, but could have done better job. Daniel Velocichuk 2-1, Anika Sharma 2-1, and Ben Ruhala, of course, he could only manage a 4-4 day. He's still on the leaderboard as usual.
Amazing, isn't it? Every day, every single day.
Ben, he is a leader, not a follower. I'll say that.
That's right.
Okay, Hollywood Sam for the last week, 67%, plus 731. He's cranking it out. Tim Irwin in the plus, Daniel Velocichuk, Sean Dinwiddie, and Collins. And over the last 30 days, it's Tim Irwin, plus 863 units. Nick Bartini, plus 693. Tiffany's up there in the green as well. Head on over to Tony'sPicks.com today. Mindy and I are going to get these premium picks up here as soon as we can. Still going to try to get this typo fixed right here where it says checkout or pick ticker right here at the top. And I've been trying to say it's our pick ticker, not or pick ticker. We'll get that. But my notes seem to fall on deaf ears. Okay, take a look today. There's a best bet from Hollywood Sam. He's got a best bet today. Ben Ruhala, best bet today. Joseph Schultz, best bet. Tony T's got his $15 best bet as well. Also, multi-game packs from our crew today. Nick Vartini's got a 3-pack. Tony T's got his 3-pack ready, and Daniel Velocichuk as well. Use the promo code Tony T at checkout to save 20% off our premium pick packages. And our best picks are going to be in our premium pick packages. We're going to give you these free winners now. Our second tier plays, I think I could safely say. I don't want to, play them down at all.
Yeah, we have to play the fine line of sports handicapping. Martin Solano is here today.
Oh, okay.
Good morning.
Let me say that. Let me go back to there and say hello to a few more people that maybe just came up. We got 50. I think we can roll with that. We're talking about the WNBA. One game today in the WNBA, and the 4 games yesterday. We'll talk maybe when we get there. We'll mention Women's World Cup action overnight. Mindy, there was some big news here to tell you just within the last hour or so. It was a big upset. I don't know if you can call a draw an upset, but in the big picture it is because Jamaica is through to the knockout stage in Brazil. No, not the world, one of the world's soccer powerhouses. Yeah, the women have not lived up to what the men do in that country as far as success on the pitch. But Jamaica will advance with a 0-0 draw. Surprise, surprise. I did give that one out, actually, on the leaderboard video yesterday on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel. I said, take Jamaica plus 2 goals in that one. Also, want to mention South Africa upset Italy 3-2, and also Sweden advances. They beat Argentina, but just want to mention it because we do know the United States opponent in the knockout round will
Who we got?
be Sweden. And look out! Sweden's never won the World Cup, uh, but they've been one of the best teams for well over the last decade and more. It'll be USA and Sweden in the knockout stage. There are more matchups, but just want to mention that one with the United States, and uh, that's a tough opponent.
Right.
We weren't on the air yesterday to get United States. Not looking so great, Mindy. Not
That's what
looking.
I heard. I mean, I heard there's a little controversy by ex-players.
Well,
That's as far as I got, right?
well, no. I mean, they didn't play well. I mean, anybody could see it. I know they're going to be on the defensive. Hey, we'll get it in gear, whatever. Maybe there's some distractions too. This team should never let the off-field distractions kind of take away from what they can accomplish. It does seem like they're letting that happen, and maybe have been letting that happen over the last several years in the lead up to this particular World Cup. But and the age of the team, they're a little bit older, especially their stars. So I don't know. I'm not saying I'm going to be on Sweden next. Probably going to be on Sweden. I'm probably going to be on Sweden. You don't want to, say, hey, I'm going against the U.S., but we'll see. Haven't been making any picks in the back of the system. I've just been giving them all away for free everywhere. Probably.
Everywhere.
I'm not keeping track. You can probably go through, keep track. I'm not going to sit here and brag about my record. You can go through and look at all the videos, all the picks. Had a few clunkers in the Discord here down the stretch. The games have been a little bit different in the third round of the group play when some teams have clinched, some teams have given up, some teams are tired. Maybe I missed a few there. Didn't miss a couple of them today. Certainly we hit it. So did have a said under in that South Africa game. There were 5 goals, but still giving away everything right now. May get back to putting them in the bat, but no. Maybe I'll just keep giving them for free. Okay. Leroy's here today. Good morning. Sherilyn is here. Hello. Fernando and his Brewers doubles
That's
is
right.
here. Fernando, what did he say? He gave. Oh, what did he give out?
The Brew Crew. He gave out the Brewers.
Oh, he gave out the Brewer.
Okay. They had what? 6-4 victory.
Okay, I actually missed Tony's show first time. I mean, I never missed the drive-through, but yeah, I think that's what he's talking about. Never missed the drive-through, but I went to before the games were starting. I wanted to enjoy watching the ball games, and I went to steak burgers. I want Freddy's Steak Burgers, Mindy. Name of that out here.
Mixers there at the
Freddy's Steak Burgers. Solo's getting a Royals hat.
Heck yeah, that's amazing.
The Royal. Hey, they stick with that KC logo. Oh, there's Martin Solano. You said okay. Hello.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right. Panger.
Yeah, I wanted to see what Panger's little new thing said.
Where's Panger at? That it's hot. It's hot everywhere. I know that.
You'll have to show me his little avatar or whatever. I want to see. What is it? A motorcycle?
I'm not sure on that.
You're not putting it up.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Oh, it could be bigger.
Oh, it is. Okay, so before he had a car, but that is the dash of his car. Got it. Okay.
So it could have been bigger.
Because you know what I mean? Like if it was on the side over here, it looked like maybe a motorcycle. But now I see the steering wheel. Okay, cool.
Or a dog wearing blue contacts. I don't know what it looks like. Okay. Luis is here. Hello. We'll get started. You guys get ready. Here we go. Solo says Sweden's going to smack the USA. Okay, good. I'm not alone there in maybe picking this potential. I think the line is even out yet. I don't know if I looked at it yet. Here's Joe Hill today. Hello. Welcome. Good morning. Renoir is back. Hey, Renoir. Hello. Howard Hogan, Tyrone Coleman. Look who's here today, everybody. Oh, Maurice McCall. I believe Maurice has actually been here. I want to say, yeah, I'm going to say we met Maurice before. and just has not been able to chime in. So good to see Maurice. Charles Sharp is here. Could do worse than be a sports bettor and have your last name be Sharp.
Yeah, right.
I might change my last name to Sharp. Is there room in the Sharp family?
All right.
All right, let's get started with.
We're ready to go here. Here we go.
I'm trying to extend the greetings here while my computer crashed over here with the odds.
I know. Did you see my lights just flickered? Because we're having.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, right. The last we were talking, Mindy, you had walked out of the bar on me.
Right, pretty much. Yes, couldn't get back.
But everybody complimented me on you did as well to save the show there with. I was just talking. I don't think I was saving anything. All right, let's get started with these games because there are some interesting things going on. And trade deadline. I don't know anybody. Verlander was the big news. So anybody else can chime in maybe as we go through each team in the game. If those teams made any decent moves, we can mention it. But I don't know. I think I think there was some good action on the trade front. I don't know if there was anything. The Verlander was
going to the Dodgers. I don't know.
He's pitching today. That's why I was kind of teasing it a little bit.
Gotcha, okay. Sorry.
No, because that one is funny because you'd think, hey, you want to endure yourself to some fans, whether or not whatever your business was to want to stay with Detroit. It probably has to do with contract structuring, or maybe he does like Detroit, but to turn down an offer to go from a team that is struggling, trying to get their whole franchise moving again, to go to probably pitch in some of the biggest games this season. Eduardo said, no thanks. No thanks. And he has the Dodgers as one of his 10 no trade teams. So I'm sure there's a story to that. Maybe it even came out already, but I would be interested in hearing that because.
Know why? Yeah.
Yeah, Eduardo turning down a trip to Los Angeles to stay in Detroit. Hats off to you, Eduardo. I think I like that. All right. Here we go.
All right, here we go.
We got to get this started, Mindy. These ones go off at the noon hour, noon 12:20.
I know.
11:20 Mindy and 9:20 Pacific with the Angels and the Braves. Yeah, we tried. We'll tell them here. I'll tell them, Mindy. We tried the Angels yesterday, tried to get them to come do it on a second day. Here's one of those names. We know Giolito's already pitched a game, certainly, for the Angels, but you got them in for reasons like this to try to come through. The Angels are, need these wins now. The Braves have a pitcher in Chirinos that they picked up off of waivers just 2 weeks ago. Now, it wasn't your typical waiver wire claim. As I mentioned, the Rays were out of options on Chirinos, so it wasn't like they were kicking him to the curb. Chirinos has been pitching, in spots here for a few years now. So, anyways, the Braves are going to be favored here quite substantially still with $1.45 and the total 10.5.
Well, I saw the first comments that came in from Renoir and Politican said, let's go over. And I think that's where I want to go. I want to go over on this one for sure. Chirinos, I thought he was going to have a better outing on his first go, but didn't. It was one of those, I believe he still got the win, but just gave up an absolute ton of runs. And it was kind of the same way there for Giolito. Didn't necessarily have the best outing he could have. I'm not sure if they're ready to settle in. Plus, you got to go up against the Braves lineup scoring 5.89 runs. The Angels still 5.05. I think this one's going to be a big day for the Bats. I'm going to go over the total.
Well, whose bats, I would ask you, Mindy, as far as that, but more or less because of the total. Pardon me. We've already seen this total going up here, as I said, to 10.5. I mean, there definitely was 10 originally. So I'm concerned there a little bit on that. I mean, here's two teams that definitely, especially the Braves, they do produce some overs, certainly. Uh, Giolito allowed 3 runs in 5 1/3 innings in his first start, um, but he was not pitching that well prior to that. Angels, they won 11 of 16. Let's go to the chat and see. Chirinos has had 5 starts this year. You mentioned Politican. I wanted to say hello to Politican.
Hello.
Jimmy's got his plays there. Thank you for that. Here is Luis on the Angels. Politican will go over with you. Panger over or Braves money line and team total over 4.5. Fernando Braves run line. Also the under 10.5. Charles leaning under as well. Like I said, I mean, the Braves are 33-22 to the over at home. The Angels, they are 25-18 to the over as an underdog. Frankie Diamond on the Angels money line. Hello. Probably going to try to take the Angels again. Probably not even the best price there, $1.45. Thank you, JD. These guys are pretty wealthy. You're traveling all over the country. I buy that and I get it, but all right, here's first 5 for Blake. He's on the Angels money line. First 5. Jacoby says go over. Renoir says, what do you think about the Angels team total over? It sounds to me like Mindy's saying both teams.
I like
Yeah,
it.
there. Yeah. So I do like that now that you mention it. You and Tiffany there. Angels money line for Solo. Thank you, Renoir, as well. I'm going to try the Angels again, Mindy.
All right.
I'm going to give Lucas Giolito. Got him for a reason. Just in these spots, there's man. I don't. All right, I'll take. Thomas likes the Angels on the money line here. It sounds like here. Maurice on Atlanta. Might be having some regrets. I'm giving Giolito a chance to try to pitch them into a close game here with Atlanta today. After we tried him yesterday.
All righty.
Yep.
All right.
Here's Eduardo.
And we were just talking about him, weren't we?
Favorite on the road against the Pirates. And for Eduardo, $1.20 favorite here, and the total 8.5 under. Yeah, it might be just 8.5 flat by now.
So did I hear that Rich Hill went to the Padres?
Yeah, the Pirates. The Pirates also traded G-Man Choi in that deal to the Padres, and the Padres send younger players over to Pittsburgh. So Pittsburgh knew they were done, and they've traded some parts here.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and, oh goodness, I think I have to go ahead and take the Tigers today, don't I? With Rodriguez and his pursuit to not go to the Dodgers, I guess. But he's been really hot, right? 2.67 ERA at home, 2.95 overall. Bito's been struggling a little bit, especially at home, where his 4.5 ERA turns into 7.5. So yeah, I like the Tigers here with Rodriguez today.
All right, Mindy says, take the Tigers here with Eduardo, our hero. He stays in Detroit. Where is Ron? We'd like to hear what they think of that. I would. I'd like to hear what we think of that with Eduardo staying in there. 4.32 in his last three starts. Beto, a 5.26 ERA in six starts. Has been absolutely a money burner, but at least he gets to play pitch against the Tigers here. Mindy saying take Detroit. Maybe it's a bargain. It looked like the line was higher a little bit, so maybe the move's even been on Pittsburgh here in this one. Pittsburgh's won 5 of their last 7 all of a sudden. Detroit's lost 8 of 11. So maybe Beto can come through. I'm going to take the under here at 8.5 with the Tigers and the Pirates. Detroit's gone under in 7 of their last 10 road games. The chat has some plays here.
Of course
and
they do. Some good ones, I might add.
Ziggy on the Tigers. Here's Dre on the under. I'm on the under with Dre. Luis is on the Pirates. Blake says Pirates under first 5. Charles on Pittsburgh. Maurice on the under. Renoir says could get involved because this is just a game he's going to lose no matter what. Thomas on Detroit. Leroy, Detroit run line. JD, Pirates. Looks like under. It looks like I'm in the consensus team of under. Looks like there's some two-way action on this one, Mindy, with the Tigers and the Pirates. Yeah, I mean, it's almost like back and forth. Okay. All right. Mindy on the Tigers here. I'll take the under. 2 plays, 4 games. And hope Eduardo doesn't. Yeah, I hope Eduardo doesn't go out and flub one up here after, Okay, Jacoby.
What you're missing out on.
Jacoby here. One more Pittsburgh. Here we go. Move on. And talk about the Brewers here against the Nationals with Wade Miley on the road, favored in this one. I'm showing $1.30 for sure here, and 8.5 over 20.
Yeah, I feel like the Brewers have added some firepower to their lineup here, as lately. Santana, he has a 274 batting average versus versus Miley. I think he's going to be okay here today. I think the Brewers have much more to play for. I'm going to take him here again today to keep pace with that Reds and Cubs team up there.
Okay, Mindy, taking the Brewers here, and Wade Miley on the road. Miley, 3.06 ERA, pretty good numbers, but he's even been better of late. 2.08 in his last 5 starts with a 3-0 record. Gore, 4.41 in his last 3 starts. Of course, Nationals have 21-34 at home. Just a dismal season, certainly. I'm going to end up with the over in this one here, Mindy. The reported steam did come in on the under, but I'm going to be taking over here. Milwaukee's gone over in 4 of their last 5 games. And Gore with that ERA pretty consistent there, 4.42 overall. So you get what you get with Mackenzie Gore. And here is Ziggy on the Brewers. Dre says Milwaukee money line. Thomas Lewis on the Nationals. JD's going to go under. I'm over. JD's under. Leroy's on the Nats run line. Fernando's on the under as well. And so is Frankie. I'm on the island here.
Look out.
There's Brewers support though for sure. Oh, that one was Detroit under with Frankie, not this game. So still it's been under from the chat. Solo's on the Nationals. Renoir might be going with me here. Here's Frankie on the Brewers money line. Maurice is on the Brewers with you. So, Nationals yesterday were in an interesting spot, certainly. Okay, a few Jacoby on the Brewers as well. Panger's on the Brewers. Oh, maybe I should have. It looks like consensus Brewers for sure. I saw, yeah, there were some Nationals solo and such. Mindy will be on the Brewers. I'll take the over 8.5 Brewers and Nationals. All right. Oh, well. Let's see if we can figure out what's going on here, Mindy. Or I don't know if there's still no word on maybe what maybe Framber can get out there again. And,
Yes, I believe he shall go again.
okay, I do have it actually here, or at least maybe I could check Tony's notes, but it sounds like uh, Blanco is gonna maybe it's gonna be Ronel Blanco here pitching in this one for the Astros. Have you heard? What do you got? Give me your preview. I'll see if I can get some more.
Yeah, I got Tanner Bybee versus Ronel Blanco. That's
Okay,
how
you
I
do
see
have Ronel Blanco as well. Okay, yep,
That's how
that's what
I see this one. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and probably just be on this Astros team again. I know I like Bybee. I like what he's been doing, but I just kind of feel like the Astros bats have just been, kind of kicking it up here as of late. I kind of feel like the Guardians looked really sluggish on defense there yesterday as well. Kind of, misplaying balls, things like that. When that happens, I kind of feel like other good teams will take advantage if these teams don't want to go out and play very hard. So I'm going to go ahead and go with the Astros. I think it should be. I don't know. What do you think it's going to be? Did you talk about line at all? 140? Something like that?
Yeah, I did not say, I didn't quote a line. I usually sometimes will have
You're usually pretty good at it. Better than me.
a speculative line here, but I wasn't even sure on the Blanco situation until kind of seeing a few things here now, getting into it. So let me just check one more thing here. Is the chat saying anything about Mr. Blanco?
No, I haven't seen
Um,
much.
okay, well, he's got a 4.7 ERA. Uh, yeah, I don't know if I trust him necessarily here, but Cleveland, man, every game goes under with Cleveland. It does look. Bybee's been, we know. Hey, we like Bybee. I like Bybee. You mentioned his good ERA. Uh, Definitely the better starter here in this one. Let's get the chat's comments while I continue to look at things. Hello to Gerardo. Okay, Cleveland. Here's Cleveland for. Oh no, under for Thomas. Yeah, I mean under. I mean Cleveland game's under. That's what I'm going to do right there. Thomas Lewis likes under. I'm going under. Probably could get on board with Cleveland. I just want to know a little bit more about the situation with Houston. I feel confident that Blanco is going to be the starter. Here's Astros on the run line. Here's Houston and under. Luis will take Cleveland here today. There's Ron. There's Ron. Did we get Ron's comments about Eduardo? Okay. Over for Ziggy. Ziggy's going over. Okay. And Cleveland for Solo. Blake wants to wait. I get it. Yeah. Okay, Mindy here on the Guardians. I'll take the under. We're looking for a play today.
All right. Maybe the next one.
Well, it could be the Padres
Right.
here in this one. The Padres, yeah, they won again against these Rockies on the road. So I think it was a 3-run victory yesterday. Yep. And kind of hard to, Musgrove has been hot. So this line, though, just seems still pretty scary for this Padres. These seem like the lines they don't, that's kind of going to be a problem. To have a convincing victory. They'll find ways to let the Rockies probably hang around here. Padres are 230. Total 11.5.
Well, I mean, I think this is the spot for the Padres again, Ramon. Hopefully you'll agree here today. We'll see. But I think we have a really good pitcher on the mound with Musgrove. He's just been kind of easily been rolling along here. 8-1 over his last 9, 1.66 ERA, or I guess it's 8-1 in 11 starts. And of course, you have Freeland on the mound. That is becoming, I don't know, who shall we say, the next Royals pitcher, perhaps. He's lost 7 in a row now. So we're going to go ahead and go with the Padres on the run line.
All right, Padres on the run line here with Mindy. It's the price that's scaring me, and I just don't know if I'm going to saddle.
Jordan Lyles. That's right. I couldn't think of his name suddenly. The crappy pitcher for the Royals. Jordan Lyles. There he is.
Oh, I thought you were going to say that Freeland after this season is going to sign with the Royals.
That could very well happen. Could very well happen.
Freeland a 5.
I was like, I see Flaherty on the block, and I was like, Flaherty? All right.
Yeah, some of these acquisitions, you're like, okay, good for you, but these guys haven't been pitching that well, some of these guys.
I'm like, there's more out there than Flaherty, I think, but it's also who can be dealt, I guess.
Musgrove to get the win is a popular play for the chat here. I got a couple folks on that proposition. And you do have Luis on the Rockies here. And I'm going to take the over 11.5. You saw the Padres mash a bunch of runs. 8-5, I think it was yesterday. Not that I lost interest in my Padres in that game. They were just doing a good job. And I was watching Framber. I think I was watching Framber part of that time. So there's Fernando on the under, but Renoir is going to go with me on the over. Ron on the over. Fernando, Padres. Panger says Padres money line and team total. What do you say here? Team total over. Looks like he wasn't sure of the line even. Rockies for Solo. Says exactly what I was saying. Well, no pitcher is what every price has a fair point. So I don't know. I mean, if you had some Cy Young Award winner against some September call up, you could have against the best team in the league, the worst team in the league. I could see it, but not the way the Padres are. But here it is. Like I said, Minnie, they'll probably get it going here and fall just short. They've obviously enjoyed their time in Colorado this week. Ron says it's going over. Dre says run line. Ziggy run line. I don't trust the Padres on the run line. Musgrove strikeouts over for Thomas. Okay. Mindy takes the Padres on the run line here. And I'll take the over. We'll find a play.
Eventually. Maybe. We'll see.
Red Sox on the road here with Cutter Crawford and the Mariners with Gilbert. Gilbert at home is favored here minus $1.20 now. $1.20, 7.5 over 20. Reported steam came in on the over, but this one looks like it's heading back to the under.
Heading back to the under. Well, I liked it when I was heading to the over because that would get me a little bit better line. I really like the under in this game. I really like both of these pitchers and how they fare head-to-head and what they've done historically versus their opposing teams. Look at Cutter Crawford, 33.3% K rate. Look at Logan Gilbert, 30.8% K rate. Look at these slugging percentages against each. 0.115 and 0.236. Those are slugging percentages. I think this one's going to be a low scorer here today. Going to take the under.
Okay, Mindy says we're going under in this one with the Red Sox and the Mariners with Crawford and Gilbert. Crawford's been pitching pretty well. You mentioned it. 2.87 in his last 3 starts. Gilbert also strong. You mentioned how hot he's been with that 2.78 ERA in his last 5 starts. It's Seattle that's hot. I like this price on Seattle here. Yeah, the Red Sox jumped on the Mariners there yesterday. We had the Mariners on a premium just to recall some of our play. And we don't have to
How did
mention
we get it
that,
wrong?
right?
How did we get it
Well,
wrong?
I also had a premium on the under, and that didn't work out either. So I don't know. Maybe we just have this series wrong, but I'm going to take the Mariners
Right.
here.
Yeah, it's like one of the sometimes you're like, I just want this series to be done. I'm tired of it.
I'll take the Mariners. Mariners still, they've won 9 of 12. Red Sox have lost 3 of 4. Gilbert, right now, the Mariners have won 9 of his last 13 starts, but Crawford has been important to this recent Red Sox surge. But to me, I like this price still. I'm going to try the Mariners again. I'll take the Mariners. Mindy on the under. Let's get the chat plays in here on this one. Man, it's a lot of Red Sox here. Wow. Panger says Crawford will do the job here. Butterscotch, Boston. It's all Boston.
Yes,
here.
I see a lot of Bostons.
Oh, man, I am on the hook here with Ray Harris. He likes that Padre game to go over. Nerfy here for Dre in this one. Crawford is allowed a run in the first inning in 3 of 12 starts. Gilbert, despite his decent numbers and strong success, he's actually one of the worst in the league as far as Nerfies are concerned. He's allowed a run in the first inning in 10 of 21 starts. Almost
crazy. Yeah, usually you hear about these guys that you read off the numbers 3 or 4.
Yeah, 30,
Yeah.
30-ish% is about average, we know. But yeah, that's a little bit rugged, especially considering his numbers. I mean, 3.83 ERA this season, but he's been pretty darn sharp of late. But man, it's just all Boston here. And I'm gonna probably be on the over. I don't know. I don't know if I can go premium, but I think I'm against you guys here a little bit. Oh, Ron's on the over. Okay. Renoir. Oh boy. I just don't get the Mindy thing, but I will. It's got to be. Oh, okay, he corrected it, but maybe it's something in the autocorrect or something.
It
I
could
don't
be,
know.
right? Yeah.
Seattle first
That
5.
diner from Seinfeld, Mindy's. That's all I can think of.
Maybe that is it, actually. That. All right. Ray's on the under. Hello to Ron Crawford here. Maybe we'll get the spread. Oh, here it is. The spreadsheet play.
Yeah. Play of the day coming up. Phillies.
Yep, we'll just
Oh,
announce
that's
it
a nice one. Okay.
from Ron Crawford. Spreadsheet play of the day on the Phillies. We'll remember that.
Because it's right now, right?
Oh, is that right? Oh, great. Well,
Should be the next one up.
Let's introduce the game that way then. Why don't we? All right, we'll just go right to the Ron Crawford spreadsheet play of the day. We get it first here, which is interesting.
Right.
Ron often, I won't say Ron's his own man. He's been around these parts, but his spreadsheet play of the day is featured on another show on YouTube. So I don't know. We might be getting a little bit of a preview here, a little bit early tip from Ron. So thanks, Ron. Don't tell you know who, but we're getting the play here from Ron. Cool. All right,
well,
and it's going to be.
I mean, I think it's basically been the woes of the Marlins team here. It kind of seems they haven't been able to do a good job here with the bats or really on the mound for all that much. So I was going to go ahead and look at the Phillies here. they've been doing well, and I'm expecting them to be the ones that do better here than the Marlins today. I just kind of feel like the Phillies, they tend to hit Garrett pretty well. He has a 5.4 ERA, 747 slugging percentage against him. So I am going to go and agree with Ron and take the Phillies.
Phillies gets the Mindy selection here as well. So you guys are on the Phillies today. In this one, what a Mindy, we didn't even mention, in the big story. I guess it's not a big story, but Sandy goes out there, pitches his heart out again. Right? I mean, he's. It's been a long struggle for Sandy. It just goes to show that he's still going to be a quality pitcher. Whatever his problems are with inconsistency, I don't know, but he goes out and absolutely spins a gem for 8 innings on the Phillies. Absolutely shuts them down. And go to the bullpen and look what happened. Boom. Yeah, right. And Phillies. So that sucked for the Marlins yesterday. So maybe the Phillies showing a little bit of clutch here down the stretch when they need them at this point. We know the Phillies have won 5 of their last 7 games. Garrett, I tout him every time as being, one of the most profitable pitchers around now. So, 7.24 ERA, however, in his last 3 starts.
Still finding wins, though.
I see some Ron talking about Verlander in there, and we see that big blank spot talking about Blanco being the starter or what. But is that breaking news right there with Verlander getting the start today? I'm interested in I'm interested in hearing about that, but I wasn't sure that was the case at all, or maybe he's just making a point here. Let's get some of the other comments here with Phillies and Marlins. And here's Luis on the Marlins.
Ron said he's kidding, so that's good.
Okay.
So you don't have to scurry.
See, when you guys joke around, it sends me off in another. I think Renoir's saying over here. Michael Thompson, hello. Phillies money line. Phillies money line for Solo. Ziggy says Marlins, though. And Maurice says Phillies here. Not sure of the totals. Charles looks like Marlins for Charles. There's some Marlins support in here. Chiquilla. Dre says under. And Ray Harris is on Philly. Looks like a majority on Philly. Mindy's on Philly. Maybe I still trust Braxton. Get Wheeler's back to being good Wheeler with a 2.18 ERA in his last 3 starts. So I just think the price might be pretty decent here. Bionics on Philly. I'm going to take the over in this one at 7.5. Is that? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
7.5.
Yeah, 7.5 under 20. So I'm going to give it out on the show here. Mindy on the Phillies. I'm on the over.
All right.
Thanks everybody for those. Okay. Woo. Well, this would be a good pitching matchup here with McClanahan going up against Cole. This is, I mean, you can only have so many pitching matchups that are like the most elite pitching matchups of the entire season. And, in the postseason it'll happen, but, you're only going to get it, you're not guaranteed to get it in every series, even though sometimes teams move around and shuffle on the days off, get the starters adjusted a little bit. But here's a good one, no doubt. McClanahan and Cole.
Right.
And the Rays favored. Oh, man, the Yankees are back to being favored. I think I've seen this one actually go back and forth. Were the Rays ever favored, or did I make a mistake there? I'm showing the Yankees are $1.15, the total 7.5.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and go on the Yankees. I feel bad for doing it because they have showed like zero signs of life, getting beat by 4 or 5 runs per game here to start. But I think I'm going to have to go with the theory that Cole's going to have a really good day. He's going to go long innings. Then you get to the Yankees first place bullpen. You're going to struggle against them. So I just have hope the Yankees can put a little bit of something together versus McClanahan. He's done a good job, but he's kind of struggled, I think, a little bit in recent starts. He's given up 14 runs over his last 4 starts. So I am thinking maybe a little bit of Yankees bats show up. So I'm going to take Yankees here today.
Mindy on the Yankees here with Garrett Cole today at home. Yeah. Everyone talking about since Judge has come. Yeah, he's been great. I don't think his injury necessarily lended to the fact that he might be slow to regain his form. And of course, teams have been, the Orioles, I should say, were ultra conservative in how they approached. It didn't matter, but when they, because when he saw a pitch he liked, he got a hold of it every time. It was either walk or home run, it seemed like. Cole, 2.02 ERA in his last 4 starts, and McClanahan is not McClanahan right now. 6.75 ERA in his last 5 starts. Well, I'm going to go over in this. I'm going to go over despite our top-notch pitching matchup here. Let's see what the comments are going to say. Yankees for Politican. Fernando's on the under. McClanahan for the win. Ron says, yeah, it's Yankees favored. Says the Rays are crummy as a road dog. Ziggy on the Yankees here. Takia's on the Yankees. I'm not sure. I'm not disagreeing with Mindy. Just want to be confident in anything we're giving out today. Here's Solo on the over. I want to be confident. Mindy's always confident.
Yep.
McClanahan over K-Prop here. Here's doubles. On the first 5 under. Thomas here on the over. Renoir under. Bionic Yankees. And I'll try the over here at 7.5. One more. Frankie Diamond says under. So it looks like just me and Thomas were the only ones interested in the over here. McClanahan's gone over in 5 of his last 7 starts. Otherwise, the trends kind of would point to an under again. But I'll take over. Mindy here on the Yankees. Still an important. Here's another man. The AL East is on fire here this midweek. Orioles and Blue Jays with Rodriguez here against Kikuchi. Kikuchi a favorite, $1.20, maybe even $1.25 now. Maybe it's moving in the direction for Toronto with these 2 left-handers going. The total 8.5.
Well, I believe Kikuchi has lost to this Baltimore Orioles team twice this season. So I am going to be on the Orioles here again today. Rodriguez has also pitched very well over his last couple starts here. I just think I like the way that the Orioles have been putting up runs. Got 13 there yesterday. I don't really see it stopping. Plus, you got Bo Bichette out here for the Jays. So going Baltimore all the way here today.
Orioles have won 17 of their last 22. No stopping these guys right now. I had a premium yesterday, Mindy, on the over in that game. Right now, the only thing that concerns me, Kikuchi is in pretty good form. Rodriguez has been much better, no doubt about it. And Rodriguez has been absolutely money. He's been money. He's winning over 1/3 of a unit each game. But Kikuchi also has been pretty profitable. They're 14-7 in his 21 starts. So Kikuchi has a 1.65 ERA in his last 3 starts. I like the Oriole offense, and maybe the Blue Jays can put something in there. Yeah, Bichette out does hurt, certainly. But down here at 8.5, I'm going to end up on the over here in this one. I was thinking premium, but I'm gonna give out the over here. You're cautioning me with Bichette's injury, and I'll respect that. See what the chat has to say. Mindy's going to be on the Orioles. I'm going to be on the over here. And we've got a Dre's on the O's. You know it. He will take the run line, though. Ron on the Orioles. Dre on the over. Jimmy says, let's go O's. And Tampa Bay on the run line for Leroy. Luis says Orioles. Renoir on the under. Fernando on the under. Ron says Orioles on the road. They've been money. Take them again. Should be listening to Mindy. I should be listening to you guys. Maurice on the O's. Solo O's. Boy. Feel like I'm letting us down. King of Mount Castle for a home run, Ray says. Jay's for Bionic. He's Bionic and I might be on the same, might be the only ones here, maybe on the Jays today. Here's Michael on Baltimore, Leroy on Baltimore as well. You guys are all on Baltimore, and Bionic and I are probably on the Jays. But I'll take the over here, actually, officially, as my play. Rodriguez has gone over in 9 of his 13 starts. All right.
Good morning, Latifa.
Oh, are you serious?
Are you serious? Yeah. Yeah, I see her officially.
Great. Okay, the Reds and the Cubs. There it is. It's great job by the Cubs. I know the Cubs. That was a big story with their home runs. I kind of feel bad for the Reds because they've had such an awesome season, and it's getting away from them now. I think Mindy starting to slide from not from. I mean, the record's there, and I'm sure they can continue to battle this whole next 2 months, but it just feels like the youth of the team a little bit. The pitching isn't so solid for a contender. It feels like it's slipping away a little bit, especially the way the Cubs have been so hot, and the whole battle in the division. So no, I'm not downgrading the Reds. I mean, Williamson's been absolute money, but maybe I just was seeing all those home runs go out and I felt bad.
Yeah. So you think this one game might have swayed you a little bit?
No, I think we've seen some signs of the Reds regressing a little. I mean, look, they're still 9 or 10 games over 500, but
I mean, sometimes it just kind of gets away from you, right? I mean, I always think back, my team when I played in college, we were always in, the top 5 nationally. And so there was some of those days that we just got beat 20-1. Like there's just one of those days that the ball goes just where it needs to go. And there's nothing you can really do about it. I kind of felt like maybe that's just kind of the way it works. I mean, I kind of feel like the Reds are still contenders in this division. I feel like they still have climbed, even though the Brewers have been playing really, really well. I just think it's more or less that, Williamson, he's been really, really good. I kind of feel like today's his day. He's had that 2.45 ERA here over the last, month or so. And Smiley, again, I told you I've dealt him off of my fantasy team. I kind of felt like he's been the one that's been, struggling here a little bit as of late. He gave up 10 runs in his last 14 innings. So I'm going to go with the Reds. I think this is the day they come back after getting slaughtered by the Cubs yesterday. Maybe they get back a little bit into form. I think it comes down to starting pitching. They have to go deep today because of all the pitchers that were used up there for the Reds. So I'm going to go ahead and go with Williamson here today to get the win.
Mindy on the Reds here on the road, plus money here, plus $1.10 or so. Man, the Reds seem to be the popular side at the window here today, which I don't know, that feels surprising to me. Yeah, Smiley, the ERA is kind of high. Williamson, like I said, I mean, he gets it done. The Reds are 9-4 in his starts, despite his 4.5 ERA. He's pitched much better of late with a 2.55 ERA in his last 3 starts. Reds continue to have good run here despite what has happened in yesterday's ball game. Remember, it's Chicago that's red hot too, winning now 9 of their last 11 games. So, man, the price is just getting away from me to want to take Cincinnati with it. That's solid. Look, $1.30 now. This was, I thought, came out a little bit higher than this. Okay, I'm gonna be on the under here in this one. Despite what happened yesterday, I'm going to go under 10 runs. Man, they're all having a fun time in the chat.
Yeah,
I have to
for
read
sure.
through the picks here, I think, because Latifa's shown up, and
It's gone crazy. It's gone crazy.
I'll find a few plays in here. I mean, Leroy, I don't know what's going on. He's on the Oilers. I think that was an Orioles play from
Take a Warren Moon over 330 yards passing.
Oh gosh, I mean, we should have let our show. I mean, we're just Mindy. We're just what 12, 20, 34, 36 hours, no, 33 hours away from a football game.
What, from the Browns? I saw that. I didn't even know that was occurring until I saw when I was putting my bets in yesterday. It says NFL preseason, so I just was curious and clicked, and I was like, August 3rd? What?
Yeah.
Good thing we have Ramon for this because he's really good at NFL preseason. Me, not so much.
Well, the one thing that has occurred in the game, so there's been a move. For some reason, the move is on the Jets, which does surprise me. But the move has totally been, of course, a Hall of Fame game, but it went from 33 to 31 and a half on the total. So a lot of red support here. Maurice says Cubs too strong. They're pounding right now, but a lot of reds here. Jimmy says under 30 today. So sounds like he likes maybe another slugfest. Ron on the Reds. Butterscotch Cubs run line from our Chicago correspondent. Anybody joining us for the first time, see that big C logo right there. But Scotch has definitely been against the Cubs when he needs to be or feels that he,
right.
It's not it is a homer pick, but it is
not a homer play. How about that?
Okay, right. I mean, he has thought this out, and again, we all feel like we know our team better than other teams. Hello to Jim. Nice to see you today. Keep that giant logo up there. They're hanging in. Hello to Numbers Gang. Where you been? He's got. Just want to say hi. He's talking about an earlier game. Might be behind us a little bit. Ron's still hanging out, and he's got the Cubs. And thank you. Great to Jim. We hope you're feeling good. We want you to feel better and be strong. And get as much. With that will knock you out. So whatever physical activity you can muster up, do it. You know what to do. You're getting coached here, but haven't been through all that with some folks. Ray on the Cubs. Numbers Gang got all his plays up there. I think Ron's suggesting Cubs run line there when he says Blackhawks puck line. Won't be 4-2 though, is what they're saying. I think it might be today. Come on, couple left-handers. Think it's going to go up 27 runs again to key on the Cubs.
No chance.
Solo's ready for some football. And Latifa she'll have to go back and rewind when we were talking up how the Phillies ruined Sandy's great performance and took out that bullpen. Thomas giving us that football play. We'll be here tomorrow. So Perky's in there. I guess he's been here the whole time. Cubs for Latifa, Panger for the Cubs. Hello to KG. Ziggy on the Reds. Dre on the under. Here come the plays. All right. And that's it for that one, I think. Mindy on the Reds. I'll take the under. We have no consensus because I just can't. Whatever list, I'm not sure what I'm doing. I'm probably not sure what I'm doing. How's
I'm
that?
not sure what I'm doing. You're sure what you're doing.
Still, White Sox and Rangers here. Mindy with Dylan. He's still on the White Sox. It looks like.
Are you sure?
Apparently, he's still on the White Sox. It's funny, right? Because they actually were kind of late in announcing him as a starter. Not late, but certainly not till after the game. I think Dunning is favored here, $1.35, maybe even I'm sure $1.40 now. And um, Steam came in on the over. Right now, I'm showing 8.5 over 20. This one has been slowly climbing this morning.
Slowly climbing, huh? What did you
Well,
say it's at? 8.5 still? Okay.
Eight
Yeah,
and a
that's
half
kind of what I read.
over favored though.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it's one of those. I just kind of feel like the White Sox will kind of still continue to underperform here. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Rangers. I like them today. You got Dunning, right? 3.52 ERA. Only allows 2 walks per game. Dylan Cease, on the other hand, puts almost 4 batters a game on via the walk. Can't do this versus a Rangers team that's still putting up almost 6 runs of offense here. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Rangers.
I'm going to take the Rangers. I mean, look, okay.
Did we do it, Ramon? We find consensus? Yes.
I feel bad. You
Feel
know,
bad.
I'm not
Don't feel bad.
disagreeing with Mindy on these games. I'm trying to give out some
No,
plays and
you're fine.
in this one, but no, I'm going to
Some days
be.
we totally click, and some days we don't. It's the nature of the beast here with this.
Well, our numbers show some good results. So let's talk about it. I like Texas. Yeah, Texas. Look, a little bit of concern going on in Texas, but I think they've made the moves they feel they need to make. Right? They were the one of the most active teams to shore things up to try to make sure they maximize this. Opportunity. You see a couple of other teams where they're not as in contention, but they're still making moves. You're like, sometimes when you go spending a little bit or trade some parts, and maybe it's not your year, you're costing yourself long term by dealing away young players, and maybe you're not even going to make the playoffs. Hint, hint. But here, I think I'm going to take Texas. Dunning's been struggling, 6 ERA in his last 4 starts, and Cease has been, Cease. He's been doing pretty well. But to me, $1.40 for a Texas team that's one of
Not too
the
shabby.
best teams in the league. No doubt about it. Yeah, they've slipped a little bit here, but White Sox are still, come on, 22 games under 500. They're 20 and 36 on the road. $1.40, give them to me. Let's take a Mindy with Dunning here. Still got 3.28 ERA this season. And I want to take the Rangers here.
Let's do it.
Texas for Butterscotch. Ron's on the Rangers. Rangers and over for Renoir. I know this is going to be consensus, right?
I think so.
So all Rangers. So I better be in on the Rangers here. Oh, yeah, I did. Thank you, Takia. Actually, I moved the game right above, like, oh, I'm going to get right back to this. And I did forget it, and I forgot it twice, or I might have forgot it a third time, actually. The first time I forgot it, and I said, I'm going to go right back to the Twins. I got to get back to that earlier. And thanks to Kia, you're on it. You are on it.
You have the best chat out there. That's all I know.
That shows Takia going right down in the right order that we are. I mean, I think Takia might know her way around a sports book, I'm thinking. Or at least an app. All right. Thanks to Ron for the numbers. And here's Dre with Rangers and over. Chat smashing these Rangers. It's all about the Rangers. Right? Mo's not saying it, but I know what we're all kind of thinking, right? But I can't pass on this price. But a lopsided game. The White Sox are showing any, and they dealt Lance Lynn, who just turned into Tom Seaver last night. All right,
Deceiver.
right. He just went
That's a
down.
good one.
As soon as you put on a Dodger uniform, you're going to go out and throw like your best game of the season.
Ever. Yes. We knew that was going to happen, right?
I was playing the A's, so.
Oh, funny.
All right, I don't know. Hi, Emmanuel. Nice to have you. Well, we could sit here and I think everybody got their play in, but we're on it. Take the Rangers today. In this one, we're on it. We got to play with the Rangers and Ding Dunning. All right. Let's go back to that one then.
All right. So what do we got?
I got it here somewhere. Okay. Oh, there it is. Oh, God. I don't know why I went right over it. You know why I went right over? Maybe it was because, every game, somehow, like, right, even if I just have the slightest of opinions, I've got to have, like, a little bit of action because I'm watching every game. And I might have had, like, maybe I put, what's the sportsbook minimum on the play? That might have been what I had on this game.
I think it's 10 cents or so. Okay.
I didn't like I wasn't hot on the game at all. And I'm like, I got to bet like something on the game. Give me a $5 bet. All right. Here are the Twins on the road. Yeah, $1.40, maybe even $1.35 now, but the total has definitely gone up. I'm showing 9 under 20.
Okay, yeah, that has gone up from 8.5 earlier here in the day. But yeah, Cardinals are only 11 games back. I'm not sure why they dealt away. I don't know, Montgomery, Hicks, Flaherty, Stratton, DeJong. Oh my goodness!
Cardinals
Did they just go ahead and sell? I know. I still always have in the back of my mind, right? Because I see the chat every time. They're like, I can't trust Joe Ryan, and that's what we're at here again. But I just feel like, the Cardinals, just gave away everything here. I'm going to have to go ahead with the Twins. I mean, the Twins are the ones that are hanging around here in first place, loitering around, trying to stay ahead of this Guardians team. Only 2 games back now. But this is kind of one of the bigger leads that the Twins have had. And I think they get another victory here today. So going with those Twins.
Yeah, Ryan has been struggling with a 6.6 ERA. Hudson made his first start, gave up 2 runs in 3 innings. So we'll see if Hudson can continue on his comeback here. Cardinals have lost 7 of 10. Yeah, they've given up to a certain extent. Let's get the chat comments in here. Still, the spot says Cardinals to me, despite not talking about the trades here necessarily. Thank you, Ron. Thank you so much. Bionic on the Twins, Banger on the Twins, Ron on the Twins, Andre on the Twins, Fernando on the Twins, everybody on the Twins. Latifa says go over in this one. I'm actually probably going to be going against the chat here on the total. Leroy says Twins, Renoir over. I'm on the under. I'm expecting Hudson to go a little deeper. They won that game that he pitched. Let's see. Here's Cardinals for Thomas. Minnesota for doubles. Yeah. Cardinals have, turned it in this season. Jimmy on the over here. And Ziggy on the Twins. Everybody's on the Twins but me, it looks like. I like when players get their chance.
Does not feel the Cardinals are in shambles after trading away half of their team.
Well, they are for this. The season's over. I mean.
Yeah.
Ray Harris, a prop there. He does like the over as well. All right, I'm going to take the under in this one. Reported steam came in on the over, no doubt about it. Maybe giving me the best number here at 9. So, Mindy on the Twins, I will take the under. And next up with the Mets and those Royals. Mindy, the walk-off balk. What could he? He couldn't hear the pitch come, so he like shake like he wanted to step off because he wanted to say my pitch com wasn't working. I don't know what it was going on there. At the time, uh, it just started to catch out of the corner of my eye, and I was like, I don't know what's going on here, and I still didn't figure. I had to turn up the sound and figure out what was going on. So, anyways, the Mets here are favored $1.75. The total 9.
All right, let's
Right.
see what we got here.
Total.
You know, I had the under in that game last night. And again, it was sitting at 3-3 in the 7th, 4-4 in the 8th, and then suddenly they put up 13 runs again, Ramon. Can't quite get these folks right. But man, I feel like I got to go ahead and go with the Royals today on the run line. Their day to finally get it. Not finally get it, but they got it yesterday, barely. But I think they go ahead and keep up this fantastical run of winning or losing only by 1. So that's how I'm gonna go here today. Taking the Royals on the run line.
Yeah, and the Mets. They tell you they're not gonna. They tell you they're not giving up, but what's the what is something you read when you're scrolling? Tell me you've given up without telling me you've given up. Is that like?
Well, you got Reagans. He came over from the Rangers, and they're pretty good.
Oh no,
he's having a bad season. I get it.
No, well, we haven't seen a lot from him. In fact, I don't know. Is Marsh? Did they say anything with? Is he an opener? And is Marsh going to pitch?
Well, they said that because he was used out of the bullpen, he's probably not going to be in for long.
Okay, well, good, because he's been terrible too. Actually, Senga's been very, very sharp. 2.51 ERA has been a bright spot for the Mets in this dismal season. I'll try the over in this one at 9 for sure. I like the over with these two teams. The Royals have gone over in 4 of their last 5. Mets have been a pretty solid under. Watch out, Senga's gone under in 8 straight, but I'm going to go over in this one. I think the Mets will score some runs today with the Royals. Looks like a suspect pitching. I'm sorry. Sus. It looks like a sus pitching situation here today. We've got let's see. Oh, here we go. Here's Fernando on the Mets run line. Mo Harris lay 2.5. Take the Royals, says Solo. The Buck, right? He just looked like he gave up on that situation last night once they said balk and he got the explanation. He didn't really argue or anything. And Mindy might be alone here a little bit on this one.
Sure, probably.
Solo.
I think it's good. I get it.
Yeah, I think I would agree with right. I would say like right now, Witt is. I think De La Cruz can really reel it in, though. I think he can, But right now, Witt is De La Cruz is just raw, right? But Witt already has. He looks already like a smooth, like he. De La Cruz looks like a guy who's just discovering his potential. Witt looks like a guy who has been playing baseball for 20 years, and he's just a young kid. So, well, and again, I guess when you're the son of a major leaguer, and Bobby Witt's dad was a pretty darn good pitcher. I mean, he was a workhorse starting pitcher. He was a real good pitcher. Senga here on a K prop. Thomas Lewis says Kansas City run line. A little prop action here. There's some more Kansas City. Okay. I think the Mets get them today. I'm gonna go with the over. Yep. I said it. I always try to keep up on those. Okay, Takia Royals. Okay, here we go. Mindy on the Royals run line. I'll take the over. We're running out of games. We only got a couple left, and I'm costing us.
You're sad we're running out of games.
Yeah. I mean, we got one, but just sticking. Okay. Got to figure out what's going on here with Slade Saccone. I hope I'm saying it right. Got Slade going, Mindy.
Yeah.
In this one, drafted in 2020, 4-8 his minor league numbers this season, 6.38 ERA. In Reno, it is not good numbers here, no doubt. I believe this is going to be his major league debut. So, I don't know, not necessarily where you want to be right now for the Arizona Diamondbacks, I guess, but it's time, and he's going up against a pretty good pitcher. Now, Logan Webb, interestingly, Mindy, yesterday, Logan Webb actually started to warm up because Alex Cobb took ill before the game. Logan, oh, look, he's Giants are minus 1835 today. Let me fix that here. So what happened, Mindy, was Logan Webb started to warm up yesterday. Alex Cobb was sick, and it looked like Webb was going to have to take his but Cobb sucked it up and went 6 innings. He pulled a, well, I don't want to call him Michael Jordan. That's so overused, but you get sick, and sometimes you just find yourself, sweating through it and just keep going with it. And he had a good performance. Alex Cobb, under the weather. Webb gets his regular start. Just want to make that note. If anybody saw that, it was quite interesting. Before about a half hour before the game, Alex Cobb started warming up, and the news kind of spread that Webb got sick, but he did a nice job.
Yeah, I mean, I got really not a whole lot on this one. I mean, it's all projection of what's going to happen with Slade here for the Diamondbacks. But
the name
I'll
of the
probably,
year, though.
yeah, Slade. What Saccone? You think might be? But I'm going to go ahead and go with the Giants. I'll take them minus 1.5 runs here, just based off of how well Webb does pitch and a little bit of momentum here. The Giants keep winning. Diamondbacks got a down arrow next to them, so I'll take them on the run line.
All right, I'm going to agree with you here. And look, I'm not talking about Saccone's numbers. I mean, Reno is extremely. I mean, it's like Colorado Springs. I mean, it's like Reno's pretty high altitude. I won't say it's like Colorado Springs. I don't think it's not quite Colorado Springs, but I'm just saying Reno is a high altitude Pacific Coast League. I'm not saying it translates, but
Yeah.
6.38 in the PC. If you got a 6.38 in the PCL, you're probably going to come up to and probably have a 6.38 in the major leagues too. But you'd think you would have a lower ERA in the regular altitude locales. But still, I'm questioning whether or not Arizona's lost 17 of 24 right now. Giants have won 5 of 7. I think Webb can be fine here in this one. I'm taking the Giants with you here for sure. Run line me. What's the price here? Let's see.
I had like minus or is that right?
Okay.
Plus 109.
Like I said, I never loaded up my lines here on the right site because my computer had crashed, but I think I can.
Because I had Giants minus 193, minus 1.5 at plus 109.
All right. Well, not that matter. I'm with you.
Do that.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Maybe it's even. Yeah. Good. That's fine.
Might
It's
be a
good
little
price.
bit better now.
Even money, sure. See what the chat's going with here. I'll take the Giants with you. Yeah, you're right. I'm not too upset. I mean, what did we have 12 the other day, right? I mean, we were
Some days
Crazy.
we pick a lot, some days we don't.
Okay, that's good. That's right the way it's supposed to be.
Right.
Here's Fernando. I think he's on the over here in this one. Oh, did I put the money line wrong here? 180.
No, I don't think
Oh,
so.
he was talking about the first time. Yeah. Oh, yeah. When I had the typo. Okay. Yeah, I got you. Dre here, first 5 run line. Here's the over here. And same game parlay. San Francisco money line, team total over. I love that. God, I mean, okay. Cobb had a bad corn dogs. Okay. Definitely some Giant support here. I'm on the Giants run line with Mindy. We've got another one. We're on it. And finally, here's the Dodgers and the Astros again. Gonsolin, huge. I don't even think that's right. I think it's even higher than that now. Showing Gonsolin here now 300. 9 over 25. Yep, 300, Mindy.
300. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Gonsolin here, $3, 9 over 25 against Hogan Harris.
Well, again, I kind of feel like I don't really have, too much of a breakdown. It's the Dodgers playing the A's. I'll take the Dodgers on the run line here on this one. Basically comes down to Hogan Harris, 7.15 ERA on the road. Gonsolin, 4.91. Plus you got these bats for the Dodgers. And you're up against a bullpen that's worse than you. So I'll take the Dodgers today on the run line.
All right, Mindy lay it with the Dodgers here. We did get one yesterday with the Dodgers. So as we go through a little bit different, we don't have our show. And Mindy and I were on the run line. And then, as I saw that run line, well, it's a pretty high price. And we've got Lance Lynn. But, Lance Lynn, welcome to LA. Probably go out. Look, nobody's questioning whether Lance Lynn has a physical ability. I'm talking about yesterday's game now. I know we're on today's game, but nobody's questioning Lance Lynn doesn't have the physical ability to be a dominating pitcher. It just doesn't seem like he is always, at his best for some reason. But maybe you put on those Dodger white and blue. Gonsolin here, though, at $3 feels a little bit uncomfortable, even against the A's. Harris, though, has been bad. He's got a 6 ERA this season. I'm going to take the over here in this. Oh, God, 9 over. Oh, God. All right. I'm on the over.
All right.
I don't know if I like anything in that game, and I like something in every game.
I like anything.
I'm on every game. Zane Flores, hello, nice to see you. How you been? Butterscotch says there it is. Look at this, a lock on that plus 2.5, and that's where I'll probably end up in pocket. Here's the A's money line for Solo, right? I mean, A's came in and played them tough. Butterscotch, I think that's means A's. Fernando's just saying A's run line. Latifa likes A's run line. Oh, I mean Fernando money line, of course. That's what I meant. Shaquia's on Oakland too. Michael's on the Dodgers. You guys on Oakland only because of the price, right? Yeah. I was just about to say, you guys only on them because you're only ever going to be on Oakland here, right? Because of the price. I mean, you can try to dial up, like Mindy said, 10 ways to Sunday about there's not much analysis. Oakland's going to trot out there a far inferior lineup with a very inexperienced pitcher against a guy who, Gonsolin's still trying to find his form. I don't know. Maybe this is the real Gonsolin, what we're getting this season with him. Leroy's on the Dodgers. So, all right, Mindy on the Dodgers run line. Scott says he hasn't been that good. Not what we saw previously combined with the expectations. So, but Dre's on Oakland, so there's plenty of Oakland support here. Funny how we've come around on Oakland a little bit. They're still base, where they play 280 ball. Okay, nobody's worth 300, says Mo. That's a look at major. We got 2 plays, Mindy. I'm
We did it.
sorry. Well, yeah, that's
Don't
fine.
be sorry. It's fine. We'll see if we can come up with one here in the WNBA.
Want more action? I want some action. Renoir, one more. Ray Harris says Freeman homer. And here's Dodgers money line and team total. Oh, no, it's a pass. Okay, let's get to it then, Mindy, in the WNBA. And maybe we can just talk about a little bit of yesterday's games in there, Mindy. Connecticut, you took Minnesota on. Well, privately we talked about it, but you had a good call there. I kind of liked Connecticut, and Minnesota covered on the road. I had the under in Phoenix and Indiana was a premium winner. We did have, let's see. Oh, our WNBA. Well, let's just call it like it is. It wasn't too swift. I don't know what the big news necessarily was out of the big takeaways were.
I know what the big news was. Is there was the first over 20, 15, 10 triple double
Okay.
by the Sun, and I can't think of her name right now. It's Dwana Bonner's fiance. What's her name?
Oh gosh.
Why can't I think of it? I'm drawing a blank. Come on, you guys, help me out. Help me.
Thomas. Okay, I'm Thomas.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
The first triple double 2015-10 in the WNBA. And she had it at like almost halftime.
Okay.
Crazy.
Yeah, I was gonna lay the point. I laid the points with Connecticut as a premium actually against your instruction. So let's see if we can't get this one here today with
what do we got?
The Wings and the Storm. The Wings are favored here. I think it's by 5.5 still. Let's take a look. On the road, I don't know. The Storm has shown a little bit of life, a little bit of improvement. We still know that the Wings have been pretty terrific, and they're one of the best teams, second best in the West right now. I would just say, I don't know. Here are the Wings on the road, 5.5. I know this total, I think, has been moving down big time. It's not 169.5. I know that. It's at least 167.
What is it? 167?
It's lower than that, I think, actually. It is now 166.5. I'm even showing some 166s, but I think we can get away with 166.5 here. And the Wings are now favored by 6.5.
Don't do that to me, Ramon, because here's my numbers, how they came in. 167 and 165. So I was going to go under 169, but I don't want to split the difference between a 166 at all. Oh, I don't know what to do. I'm going to be off of that play. So it's kind of a neutral for me there. So the only thing that's bothered me about, taking the Wings, it seems like it should be easy to take a -6, is that, the Storm now have won back-to-back games, and they've played the Wings really tough in 2 meetings here this season, including one of those as a victory. The Storm play pretty well with teams that are above, 500, even though they don't win a lot, right? They do just keep it tight, keep it close in there. I'm going to go ahead and go with the Wings, though, at -6. I only kind of really have them covering by like 3 to 4, but I think it's more than not that the Wings are going to cover this. They are 4-1 against the spread, 8-3 in their last 11. But see, the Storm team, they're tricky. They're still 5-1 against the spread. I'm going to go ahead and go Wings at -6, even though this whole game is really, really close for me. Probably one today that I'll take a look at maybe a bet and a halftime or something. But for the show, I am going to go ahead and take the Wings here.
Yeah, Seattle dominated this series for years, but you can't compare that anymore right now, right? So here's the thing, right? When we talk about, people always say, when you, and there's a little bit to it also where situations are because of travel and teams aren't comfortable in some arenas and all that. But Seattle was a completely different team for years, and they own this. So those are the times you kind of think to yourself to throw out kind of a trend about heads up necessarily. I mean, but I like the way Seattle's playing. So Seattle's definitely taking a little bit of public action here. They're up to 6.5 now. So I know where you're going. I'll do it. I'll take the under. I'll be that. I'll cover our, and give us the worst number, if you will. But look.
So I should have stuck with the under, huh, Ramon?
Well, here's the thing. I mean, you talk about these numbers more than anybody. The way the first halves are played. Last night, somebody scored 9 points in the fourth quarter. Right? I mean, we're not just. It's not just a talking point about the game stopping. Give the ladies credit. I've got to think it's a more defensive intensity. Yeah, even the NBA can have more defensive fourth quarters, but these are just the percentage of points being scored in the fourth quarter compared to the other three quarters, the second half compared to the first half, is pretty unique to this league in comparison, I think, to the NBA. They seem to be getting down and playing some defense in the second half. That's the only way that I can see it as far as why this is. Why this is occurring. I don't think they're tensing up, or I don't know what else to call it. But I'll go under. Seattle's gone under in 5 of their last 6 games. I mean, Dallas has been a total over for sure. But let's see. What's the chat? Are you laughing at the chat here?
Well, I'm kind of, mad at myself. I should have stuck with my play. We would have had that consensus. But yeah, this one's real tough. I think it's tighter than, I don't blame people for being on the Storm. But the Storm, they're just I kind of feel like how they're saying, just inconsistent.
Mo might be on the Storm here. Leroy, Wings, and over. And here's Sue on Dallas. Wings for Maurice. The Renoir says first half under. I don't know if I can trust any first half to go under, but I do like the under in this game here. The way I think this game. I think the few WNBA talking heads out there. I always want to find a different angle if I feel like but Lloyd's going to have, I would think, a pretty strong game here, as usual, right? But I mean, this matchup in particular. But McCowan should absolutely just have a field day here against Seattle, I would think. Mike's on the wings. And did the game the other night, Dangerfield, she was great the other night. Yeah, she might have another good game. I mean, she's like, she carries the team. I mean, she's not a scorer, we know that, but she was terrific, and Sabali too. So I probably lean toward the home dog. I'm going to take the under. Mindy's on Dallas. We've got 2 plays today. I hope we didn't waste your 90 minutes of your time today, everybody. But thank you for joining us. We'll be back tomorrow. I don't know. Are we going to preview the Hall of Fame game first? Mindy?
Oh, we're previewing preseason? Oh, that's not me, Ramon.
All right.
I let you do those.
I'll do the preseason. I'll just throw out some.
You're really good at preseason, so I'm just saying right now, listen to Ramon. He wins everything in the preseason.
When the games don't count, you can count on me. Go over to Tony'sPicks.com and take a look at our premium picks. These are our best picks over at Tony'sPicks.com. Use the promo code Tony T at checkout. Some of the plays Mindy gave out may be a premium play for me. So
It's
that
some that
doesn't.
Ramon has given out, maybe a premium for me. I can count at least 3 of them. At least.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
I don't feel so bad then. All right, take a look at the handicapper leaderboard, see who's hot. Then click on the All Cappers tab, find the handicapper of your choice, and get signed up. Take a look at those multi-game packs over there. Tony, Nick, Daniel, all ready to roll. Mindy and I got to get out of here so we can get our free picks, our premium picks up because we might have something
Starting soon.
in these games. But just want to show Nick Bartini here. He's been one of the hot cappers, and along with Tim, and he's got a 3-pack today over at Tony'sPicks.com. Use that promo code Tony T at checkout. Save 20%. All right, let's get out of here. Say goodbye to some folks. Thank you so much. Great job, everybody. And let's see who stuck around.
Everyone.
I didn't see what we got up to, but it had to be hundreds. No problem, Jeremy.
It's like we started with about 100, and now we're ending with about 100. So thanks, everyone, for coming in there with us.
All right. Thanks a lot. For Mindy Hahne, I'm Ramon Scott. Thank you for joining us.
Bye-bye.